All right, if you're wondering why that FedEx plane has a giant panda on the outside, well, it's because it's carrying two giant pandas on the inside. The panda pair arrived in Washington, D.C. this morning from China.
They left a research facility in China yesterday and were well cared for during their lengthy flight, supplied with plenty of food, including cornbread, bamboo, and carrots.
The pandas' crates were then unloaded and put onto a panda-themed trucks. Right here, as you're seeing, to head to the National Zoo. The duo are in the U.S. as part of a loan program with China.
Yes, just on loan, and it has been nearly a year since the Smithsonian National Zoo said goodbye to its last three resident pandas.
Now they'll call the zoo home for the next decade. NBC's Tom Costello has more.
3, 2, 1.
The giant pandas will begin their 10-year stay at the Smithsonian National Zoo, part of a 20-year global breeding and conservation program that's helped move the species from endangered to vulnerable.
We have accomplished so much. One of our jobs was to crack the code on giant panda reproduction. If you want to save a species, you have to make more of them.
Already, excitement has been building for this new wave of pandamania.
And they're the ones that I come to see it. You know, I'm not a morning person, but I'll come as soon as the doors open when they're here.
And when they come, we'll be back.
For nearly a year, the popular panda exhibit, which draws close to 2 million visitors annually, has been without these cute black and white balls of fur. After the National Zoo sent home its last three pandas on China's request.
I like that the pandas are coming back because I've missed the pandas.
In preparation for its new residents, the zoo has been renovating its facilities to ensure a long-term and stable source of edible bamboo, with improvements like new climbing structures, rocks, hammocks, and pools.
Everyone loves pandas, and people come from all over the world to see pandas.
Bao Li and Qing Bao will be the first bears China has sent to Washington in 24 years. Bao Li, the third generation in his family to live at the zoo.
His grandparents came here in 2000. His mom was our only female cub born here at National Zoo.
It was 1972 when the first pandas arrived after President Nixon's historic trip to China, establishing a diplomatic breakthrough. That loan agreement expired last year amid rising tensions and concerns over whether the pandas will ever return to American soil. NBC's Janice Mackey-Freyer in Beijing.
China has a monopoly on pandas and uses the bears as a strategic tool to pursue a sort of literal soft power around the world. They're symbolic, so even though U.S.-China relations are strained, more pandas could be heading to the U.S.
Now, with this renewed pandaplomacy in action, Bao Li and Qing Bao are set to make their public debut in D.C.
They're kind of a staple in Washington, D.C., I feel like, so we're excited to welcome them back home.
Tom Costello with that story. What is it about pandas?
I don't know, they're so cute.
They're so cute.
Yeah, I remember when I was in the 4th grade, I went on a trip with my grandparents to Washington, D.C. We went to the zoo and saw the pandas, and I think they were just munching on the bamboo or whatever it was, but I remember loving them. They're adorable.
And they're so goofy, where they just roll around and tumble and... Yeah, they're adorable, although it was very reminiscent of Jurassic Park, watching them come in crates.
But I think the pandas will be safe if they get out.
Yes.